Mackenzie Lueck was born on March 8, 1996, in El Segundo, California. Growing up in this small beach town, she was the second of four children and the only daughter in her family. El Segundo, with its tight-knit community, provided a nurturing environment where Mackenzie thrived. She shared a close bond with her three brothers, often engaging in family activities that fostered strong familial ties. From a young age, Mackenzie exhibited a zest for life and a compassionate heart. Her upbringing in the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints instilled in her values of service, kindness, and community involvement. These principles became the bedrock of her character, influencing her interactions and aspirations. Mackenzie's academic pursuits were marked by diligence and a clear vision for her future. After graduating from El Segundo High School in 2014, where she was an active member of the swim and water polo teams, she enrolled at the University of Utah. There, she majored in kinesiology and pre-nursing, demonstrating a strong commitment to entering the healthcare field. Her dedication extended beyond the classroom. Mackenzie worked at a biological testing company in Salt Lake City, gaining practical experience that complemented her academic studies. She frequently consulted with advisors about her plans to attend nursing or medical school, aiming to graduate in May 2020. Her ambition was not just to build a career, but to make a meaningful impact on people's lives through healthcare. Mackenzie's vibrant personality left an indelible mark on everyone she met. Friends and acquaintances often described her as a ball of light and a blonde bubble of happiness. Her positivity was infectious, and she had a unique ability to make others feel valued and loved. At the University of Utah, she joined the Alpha Chi Omega sorority, where she formed deep and lasting friendships. As both a little and later a big in the sorority's mentorship program, Mackenzie exemplified leadership and camaraderie. Her sorority sisters recalled her as someone who always had a smile on her face and went out of her way to help others. Beyond her academic and sorority commitments, Mackenzie cherished simple pleasures. She loved organizing themed gatherings, such as her cat Nova's birthday party, complete with champagne and special treats. Her weekends often included bike rides to the Manhattan Beach Pier, Starbucks runs, and indulging in cupcakes with friends. Mackenzie's interests reflected her multifaceted personality. She was an avid animal lover, often going out of her way to care for pets and support animal welfare causes. Her love for the beach and outdoor activities was evident in her frequent trips to Lake Powell and other natural retreats with friends. Her creative side shone through in various ways, from decorating graduation caps with friends to planning elaborate events. These activities were not just hobbies, but expressions of her love for bringing joy to others. The tragic loss of Mackenzie in 2019 sent shockwaves through her community. However, her legacy continues to inspire. Friends and family established Mackenzie's voice, a foundation aimed at advocating for victims of violence and supporting families through grief and trauma counseling. Mackenzie's life, though cut short, serves as a testament to the profound impact one individual can have through kindness, dedication, and an unwavering commitment to making the world a better place. Her story continues to resonate, reminding us of the importance of empathy, community, and the enduring power of love. Mackenzie Lueck was born on March 8, 1996, and raised in El Segundo, California, alongside her three brothers. She attended El Segundo High School, where she was active in the swimming team and played water polo. Her early life was marked by a strong sense of community and a passion for helping others, traits that would later influence her career aspirations. After high school, Mackenzie enrolled at the University of Utah in 2014, majoring in kinesiology and pre-nursing, with a minor in health. She was a member of the Alpha Chi Omega sorority, where she formed close bonds with her peers. Friends described her as a bubble of happiness, known for her positive and outgoing personality. Mackenzie aspired to become a nurse, a goal that aligned with her compassionate nature and desire to make a difference in people's lives. She worked at a biological testing company in Salt Lake City, gaining practical experience in the health sciences field. Her dedication to her studies and her work reflected her commitment to her future career. Beyond her academic and professional pursuits, Mackenzie had a vibrant social life. She enjoyed spending time with friends, participating in sorority events, and exploring the outdoors. Her love for animals and the beach further highlighted her warm and caring disposition. On June 17, 2019, Mackenzie returned to Salt Lake City after attending her grandmother's funeral in California. Her flight landed at approximately 1:35 a.m. She texted her mother at 2:01 a.m. to confirm her safe arrival. Instead of heading home, Mackenzie took a Lyft to Hatch Park in North Salt Lake, arriving at 2:59 a.m. The Lyft driver reported that Mackenzie met someone in a vehicle at the park and did not appear distressed. This was the last confirmed sighting of her. She subsequently missed a midterm exam and a flight to Los Angeles, raising concerns among her family and friends. Mackenzie's family reported her missing to the Salt Lake City Police Department on June 20, 2019. The university community and the public joined in the search efforts, utilizing social media campaigns to raise awareness about her disappearance. Investigators conducted interviews with Mackenzie's family, friends, and the Lyft driver. They analyzed her phone records and social media activity, noting that all communication ceased after 3 a.m. on June 17. This information, combined with other evidence, led authorities to focus their investigation on Iola Ajayi, a man Mackenzie had previously communicated with. On June 28, 2019, Ajayi was arrested and charged with aggravated murder, kidnapping, and desecration of a body. Investigators discovered charred personal items and human tissue in his backyard, which were later identified as Mackenzie's. Mackenzie Lueck was a 23-year-old University of Utah student who was deeply cherished by her family and friends. Born and raised in California, she was known for her vibrant personality and dedication to her studies. Mackenzie was majoring in kinesiology and pre-nursing, with aspirations to become a nurse, a profession that aligned with her compassionate nature. Her involvement in campus life was notable. She was an active member of the Alpha Chi Omega sorority, where she formed close bonds with her sisters. Friends described her as a fun, bubbly sorority sister and a kind acquaintance. Mackenzie's love for the outdoors and animals further highlighted her zest for life. On June 17, 2019, Mackenzie returned to Salt Lake City after attending her grandmother's funeral in California. Her flight landed at approximately 1:35 a.m., and she texted her mother at 2:01 a.m. to inform her of her safe arrival. Instead of heading home, Mackenzie took a Lyft ride at 2:42 a.m. to Hatch Park in North Salt Lake, arriving at 2:59 a.m. There, she met someone in another vehicle. The Lyft driver reported that she did not appear distressed and left after dropping her off. This was the last time Mackenzie was seen alive. Her sudden silence raised concerns among her family and friends, especially after she missed a midterm exam and a flight to Los Angeles. Her parents reported her missing on June 20th, prompting a police investigation. The disappearance of Mackenzie Lueck garnered national attention, with her family, friends, and the University of Utah community rallying to find her. Social media campaigns were launched, and the Salt Lake City Police Department received over 120 tips related to the case. Investigators focused on her phone records and social media activity, noting that all communication ceased after 3 a.m. on June 17. The investigation revealed that Mackenzie's last communication was with Iola Ajayi, a man she had met on a dating app. Cell phone data placed both Mackenzie and Ajayi at Hatch Park at the same time, strengthening the suspicion against him. Iola Ajayi, originally from Nigeria, was a 31-year-old tech worker residing in Salt Lake City. He had a history of troubling behavior, including being barred from Utah State University in 2012 due to visa issues and allegations of theft. Ajayi and Mackenzie had connected on a dating website called Seeking Arrangement, which facilitates relationships between sugar daddies and sugar babies. In April 2019, Ajayi approached a contractor with a request to build a secret, soundproof room in his home, equipped with head height hooks and a fingerprint scanner. The contractor declined the project due to its unsettling nature. Ajayi also authored a book titled Forge Identity, which included themes of murder and burning bodies. Following Mackenzie's disappearance, Ajayi initially cooperated with police, providing them with a text message from her and allowing a search of his home. However, neighbors reported seeing him burning items in his backyard on June 17th and 18th, emitting a horrible smell. A search of his property uncovered charred personal items and human tissue, later confirmed to be Mackenzie's. Ajayi was arrested on June 28th and charged with aggravated murder, kidnapping, and desecration of a body. He eventually confessed to the crime, admitting that he had planned Mackenzie's murder before meeting her. After killing her, he burned her body and buried the remains in his backyard. Later, he moved the remains to Logan Canyon, where they were discovered by investigators. On June 26, 2019, Salt Lake City police executed a search warrant at Iola Ajayi's residence. In his backyard, they discovered a freshly dug area containing charred personal items and human tissue, later identified as belonging to Mackenzie Lueck through DNA analysis. Additionally, bone fragments and charred fabric were found in a nearby alleyway. Ajayi's vehicle was searched, revealing a strong odor of gasoline and a red gas can, similar to one he had purchased on the morning of June 17th. Neighbors reported seeing Ajayi burning items in his backyard on June 17th and 18th, noting a horrible smell. This information, combined with the forensic evidence, painted a grim picture of the events following Mackenzie's disappearance. Investigators analyzed cell phone records, which placed both Mackenzie and Ajayi at Hatch Park at 2:59 a.m. on June 17th. Further examination revealed that Mackenzie's last communication was a text message to Ajayi at 2:58 a.m. Photos of Mackenzie were also found on Ajayi's phone. These digital breadcrumbs were instrumental in establishing a timeline and connecting Ajayi to Mackenzie's disappearance. The case had a profound impact on both law enforcement and the community. Salt Lake City Police Chief Mike Brown described notifying Mackenzie's family as one of the most difficult phone calls I've ever made. The University of Utah community mourned the loss of a vibrant student, and public vigils were held in her memory. On June 28, 2019, Ajayi was arrested and charged with aggravated murder, aggravated kidnapping, obstruction of justice, and desecration of a body. During his initial court appearance, the charges were read aloud, and a scheduling hearing was set. Ajayi initially pleaded not guilty, and a trial was scheduled. However, on October 7, 2020, he changed his plea to guilty for aggravated murder and desecration of a human body. In exchange, prosecutors agreed not to seek the death penalty and dropped charges of aggravated kidnapping and obstruction of justice. On October 23, 2020, Ajayi was sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole. During the sentencing, he apologized, stating, "I'm sorry for what I did." However, Salt Lake County District Attorney Sim Gill expressed skepticism about the sincerity of the apology. Mackenzie's family delivered emotional statements, remembering her as a kind and loving individual. Her mother described her as a true Spitfire, and her father lamented the loss of witnessing his daughter's future milestones. On October 7, 2020, Ajayi entered a guilty plea to charges of aggravated murder and desecration of a human body in connection with Lueck's death. In exchange, prosecutors agreed not to pursue the death penalty and dropped additional charges of aggravated kidnapping and obstruction of justice. The plea agreement stipulated that Ajayi would serve a life sentence without the possibility of parole. Additionally, he pleaded guilty to forcible sexual abuse in an unrelated 2018 case involving another woman he met on a dating app. Salt Lake County District Attorney Sim Gill emphasized that the plea deal was designed to spare Lueck's family the anguish of a prolonged trial and to ensure that Ajayi would never be released from prison. Gill stated, "The entry of the pleas today starts the process of bringing some closure and a measure of justice to the Lueck family." On October 23, 2020, 3rd District Judge Vernice Treese sentenced Ajayi to life in prison without the possibility of parole for the murder charge. He also received additional sentences, 5 years for the desecration of a human body and 1 to 15 years for the forcible sexual abuse conviction. During the sentencing hearing, Ajayi addressed the court, saying, "I'm sorry for what I did. I know this won't bring her back. However, District Attorney Gill expressed skepticism about the sincerity of Ajayi's apology, describing him as a manipulator who was cold and calculated enough to not see the humanity and dignity of the person in front of him. The sentencing hearing provided an opportunity for Lueck's family to confront her killer and express their profound grief. Her father, Greg Lueck, stated, "I've waited a long time to confront my daughter's murderer. I have no compassion for you as you had no compassion for my daughter." Family members spoke about the devastating loss of a young woman who was on the cusp of graduating and had a promising future ahead. They emphasized that no sentence could ever compensate for the pain of losing Mackenzie, but they hoped that Ajayi's life imprisonment would prevent him from harming anyone else. Mackenzie Lueck was remembered by those who knew her as a vibrant, kind-hearted individual with a passion for life. Her untimely death left her family and friends grappling with profound sorrow. The University of Utah community, where she was a senior studying kinesiology and pre-nursing, mourned her loss deeply. A vigil held on campus drew over 100 attendees, reflecting the collective grief and solidarity of students and faculty alike. Mackenzie's case highlighted the potential dangers associated with online dating platforms. She had met her assailant through a dating app, underscoring the importance of exercising caution when interacting with strangers online. This tragedy sparked discussions about the need for increased awareness and safety measures for individuals engaging in online dating. The incident also brought attention to the digital footprints we leave behind. Investigators were able to trace Mackenzie's last known movements through her phone records and social media activity, illustrating how digital data can play a crucial role in solving crimes. In the wake of Mackenzie's death, the University of Utah undertook a comprehensive review of its campus safety protocols. The university emphasized the availability of resources, such as the Counseling Center for Students and the Employee Assistance Program for staff. A 24/7 crisis line was also promoted to ensure immediate support for those in need. These measures aimed to foster a safer and more supportive environment for the university community, reflecting a commitment to learning from tragedy and implementing meaningful change. To honor Mackenzie's memory, friends and family established initiatives aimed at supporting victims and promoting safety. While specific details about scholarships or nonprofits were not provided in the available sources, the community's efforts to remember Mackenzie through positive action demonstrate the lasting impact she had on those around her. Mackenzie Lueck's life, though tragically brief, was marked by warmth, ambition, and a deep care for others. Her legacy endures in the hearts of her loved ones and in the initiatives inspired by her memory. As the community continues to heal, Mackenzie's story serves as a reminder of the importance of vigilance, compassion, and the enduring power of collective action in the face of adversity.